I mean, finally, our owners and sporting directors can make a good decision in terms of recalling Trevor Chalobah back from Crystal Palace since he was there on loan. And I think we're doing this because Maresca obviously needs help in the defense. We have Wesley Fofana, Chile out, who is also injury prone. Disasi could be heading out the door. Him and Tosin hasn't been delivering enough. And we can't really rely upon Josh Aschenpong through the rest of the season since he's so young and raw and he needs further development. And why not then recall Trevor Chalobah, who knows Chelsea inside and out, who got the experience in Premier League, Champions League when he played under Thomas Tuchel. And we as fans knows him inside and out. We knows what he brings to the team, and it makes complete sense. And it is David Ornstein that is reporting this. Breaking: Chelsea have activated a clause to recall Chalobah from his loan spell. He is expected to play an important role on the Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca in the second half of the campaign. The decision was made by Enzo Maresca and the club's management after many injuries, with some defenders also set to leave. This was the board and Maresca's decisions together. I mean, I'm gonna first point this out. Why exile and ban Chalobah from preseason in the first place before you have even loaned him out or sold him? It's completely unnecessary to treat players like that. It doesn't make sense. It's not even worth it. Just have them in preseason around, and then if an offer comes in and the transfer is completely done and ready and the player will leave to another club, then I can understand that you telling them that, hey, there's no reason you are here in preseason, you're gonna leave in the next day. I have never seen a club treating players like this before. And Maresca sounded so confident in preseason and told everyone, no, these players that is not part of the preseason, I don't trust them, they are expected to leave. And now one of them has been recalled in Trevor Chalobah. So for me, it's completely embarrassing from board, sporting directors, and Enzo Maresca. And Trevor Chalobah has had a pretty good season at Palace, and he's showing his worth, and hopefully he can prove now why he deserves to be the Chelsea squad. Either as a squad player or as a starter, it depends how he performs, but he's definitely good enough to be a squad player. And he's definitely good enough to be a starter for the remaining of the season ahead of some other defenders we got in this team. And I feel like Trevor Chalobah has played the bigger guy here. He wants to make it at Chelsea. Chelsea is in his heart, and that's why he's coming back and accepting this and putting his ego aside. So fair play to him as well for accepting this. Coming out, some other interesting news from Matt Law. Now I'm trying to take the most of these sort of briefs or reports with a pinch of salt, because one journalist is saying one thing and the other is saying another thing. But the expectations remain. Chalobah leaves in the summer, but he and the club realize they can help each other in the meantime. So if you're recalling him, why would you then even expect him to be sold in the summer? Oh wait, it's because he's a Cobham boy and you want to make pure profit. That's what it's all about. You don't want the manager to see how Chalobah performs, and then if he plays good, you take a decision whether you keep him or not. It's like they're already set on their goal in the future to get rid of him no matter what. I mean, you can't function like that as a football club if you want to be successful. If the player delivers and the manager fancies him and wants him to stay, you're gonna trust the manager, because what's the point of being a manager anyway if you have players that are going to get sold no matter what you want as a manager. Continues further here that Chelsea appreciate that Chalobah has been always professional and super committed even when he was not part of the project last summer. He's ready to return to immediate effect as he won't be available for Palace game tonight in Premier League. Maresca also approved this decision now. As I said, I'm taking this with a pinch of salt. Probably the players can't say anything because of the contract. Maybe they aren't allowed to speak what they think, and that's why they stay silent and professional. That's something I just have a hunch there. This makes sense. Bringing back Chalobah, recalling him because he's for free. We own him. We don't have to pay a fee to purchase him like we will have to do with Mark. And we know what Chalobah brings. He can play in the middle of a back three. I think his strongest position though is as a wide centre back because he's not that strong in the air, and I think he has things to improve upon in possession. So I trust him more as a wide centre back in this makeshift back three or as an inverted full back compared to being the middle of back three. But we have to wait and see. But he brings professionalism. He's a composed defender, very great attitude, always calm, playing with his heart for Chelsea. And he's a fast, agile player, athletic. He's also versatile. If you want him to be a defensive midfielder, he can execute that as well. And if you want him to be an inverted fullback or fullback assisting going up, he can do that to some extent as well. So I'm very pleased Trevor Chalobah is back. Yeah, I really love this guy's mentality, and I was so happy the way he performed under Thomas Tuchel. I mean, if Thomas Tuchel thinks he's good enough for starting in his team, he's definitely good enough to play and get a chance under Enzo Maresca and see what he's all about. So hopefully our board owners, Enzo Maresca and everyone, can learn something from this, that you do not ban players before there is 100% certainty they're going to be sold. It's completely unnecessary. I would also just briefly want to mention, I would also like to maybe look into Mark in the summer now when we are recalled Trevor Chalobah. Let's say he doesn't perform and Maresca doesn't fancy him and we decide to sell him. I wouldn't be against them purchasing Guehi because he will have 1 year left on his contract. And he's a very professional. He's a leader. He knows also Chelsea inside and out since he was coming from our academy. So he's another centre back I will look at and just have on the transfer list as one of my targets for the summer, as one of the options to go for in case Trevor Chalobah would get sold or loaned out again. I hope that won't happen. I have full confidence in Chalobah and I think he's gonna help us a lot. This just proves that Chelsea's transfer market strategy has been all over the place. We have become a development program instead of backing the manager to 100% and going for established players also, and not only experienced players. So we get a nice mix of balance in the team. It's going to help the players, it's going to help the manager, and Chalobah brings some of that at least. I just hope we can try and change the course of this model. I'm very tired of going for the next big thing. Personally, as you know, I want to add more experience into the side and more established players. And Maresca needs that. So this is all my thoughts on Trevor Chalobah. Hopefully everyone has learned something from this, and I'm very pleased with this. Finally, board and sporting directors can get something right. And Trevor is finally back in a blue shirt. So if you're brand new here, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell if you're brand new here, and I see you later for more videos and Chelsea Explained this out. Bye.